right, my friends, somebody tell me what we've been learning about all week in Randy's workshop. Sophia.
Thick and thin questions.
Thick and thin questions. Very good. What does it mean to be a thick or a thin question? Ethan, tell me about thick questions.
A thick question is like a question that's not out of the book, like a question that takes you a long time to think about.
Very good. What about thin question, Reagan?
A thin question is a question that's like on the page, like choose the character, it's on the page.
It's something that we can read in the text really quickly or get an answer from the picture, right? All right, so today I'm going to continue talking about thick and thin questions. So first I want you to tell me why readers ask questions when they're reading. Ashley, what do you think?
To have better book like discussions.
But when would we use this skill? We use it to comprehend our text better, but when would be a good time to use it, Taylor?
During like reading and book clubs.
Or when we're making our annotations, right. So when I'm asking myself thick and thin questions, I say, hey, why did the author say it this way? Why did the author put that part in the book? What does it matter if that part's in the book? I'm not sure. But if when I write it down on my annotations and I bring it to book club, it allows me to have a more meaningful book club conversation, right? Which we found out while we've been practicing it all week. Yes? Yes, no, maybe so. Agree? All right, so we talked about this. What I wanted you to think of was questioning skills equal better annotations equals more meaningful book conversations. So that's kind of our slogan for the week. All right, so we talked about the two types of thick and thin questions. Thin questions don't make you think as much and have quick answers that are right there. They deal with specific content or words. And thick questions make you think and do not have a quick answer. They're more involved and complex and open-ended. So Samson could give me a thick question and Ashley could give me the answer to the thick question, but Ashley's answer might be different than Sophia's. And that doesn't mean it's wrong, because Samson's thick question doesn't have a right answer. It's something that you come up with in your head. Agree?
Agree.
Okay. So, right now I want you to turn and talk with a partner and give your partner an example of a thin question. Ready? Go.
A thin question?
A thin question is like,
A thin question would be
well, you go first.
A thin question. Where's your phone?
It's like writing the text like right there.
Alright, if you can hear my voice clap once. You can hear my voice clap twice. Good. Somebody give me one example of a thin question. Samson, what did you and Ashley talk about?
We was saying like it was like in the Revolutionary War. It said like the dates of the when the war happened.
Very good. And that's something that you found right in the beginning of the text. So that was the thin question, correct?
Yes.
Very good. All right. So who wants to read my example? You, Stinker, got almost just the example I gave. So go ahead and read it, Samson.
What time period is the book set in?
And she says 1815, right?
Yep.
Which is what we're practicing in history, correct?
Yep.
All right, so these are characteristics of thin questions. They have a yes or no answer. They ask something that's not important to the story. They don't help people understand the book better. They don't connect with other parts of the story. And they're usually really vague and really general. So now here's your sentence stems. We've been working with these all week in book club, right? Our sentence stems are the W's, the W questions, who, what, where, and then we also have how many, and it can be a yes or no question. So somebody give me a question that starts with where. A thin question using the word where. Ethan.
Where's Harmony?
Where is harmony? Very good. I like that. And I like all your hands, but I want to save some of your knowledge for the next slide, okay? So, turn and talk to your partner about a good thick question.
I wonder
A good thick question is like, why couldn't like the colonists just like, why couldn't the colonists like just chill out about the taxes that George made them pay?
That's really why did they choose him? Otherwise, said no, I still think
Alright, if you can hear my voice clap once. You can hear my voice clap twice. Alright, so Jet had a really good thick question. I want him to share with the group. Would you like to go ahead and share?
My question was, why did the people in the Boston Tea Party dress up as Mohawk Indians instead of anything else.
So why did the Boston Tea Party people dress up as Mohawk Indians? Do you want to make an inference as to why that was based off of what we've learned in history this week, Ash or Taylor?
Well, we already know that, like, the Parliament or King George knows who the colonists are and the Central Being are. So it kind of makes no sense for them to dress up as someone or someone else or different people when they know it's going to be the colonists.
Very good. I like your answer. So here's some characteristics of fit questions. They're not easily answered, which you guys already told me. They lead to different opinions or viewpoints, which we discussed with Samson's questions and Sophie and Ashley's answer earlier, remember? And they pose comparisons. They make you fill in the details from your own imagination, and they make you put yourself into the character's shoes, right, to better understand what the author is telling us. We feel good? Okay. All right, let's go. Whoa. Okay, sentence stems for thick questions. We often start these types of questions with why, how come, I wonder, what does the author mean, or what do you think would happen? So, we've had a lot of practice using that during our book clubs, correct? All right, I'm going to read this one to you. If you were in Shin's situation and did not know what was going on outside the camps, what would you do and how would you handle yourself? What do you think you would be like? What would you want to change in the camps? And the girl says, I would probably end up dying as I would not think about myself. I would probably find ways to get extra food so I could share with others. I would follow the rules though. I would hope that I wouldn't turn into a monster and still be human. So we don't really know the context of the situation, but we can tell that this is a fit question by what do you think and what would you do, right? Samson.
Another way you could identify this is a thick question because this question is long and stretched out and has more like questions to answer. Like there was one question, there was 3 questions in that one
one question, right?
Yeah.
Very good. So I want to practice. Yesterday we read the great part of the pain and the great one. Today I want to read the pain part. Same thing as yesterday, I want you to do your thin question. I want 2 to 3 thin questions on your yellow and 2 to 3 thick questions on your orange. So, the great one. My sister thinks she's so great just because she's older, which makes Daddy and Mommy think she's really smart. But I know the truth. My sister's just a jerk. She thinks she's great just because she can play the piano and you can tell the songs are real ones. But I like my songs better, even if nobody's heard them before. And on this page, I had a thick question. Why has no one heard the brothers' songs? So, let's keep reading. My sister thinks she's so great just because she can work the can opener, which means she gets to feed the cat, which means the cat likes her better than me just because she feeds her. My sister thinks she's so great just because Aunt Diana lets her watch the baby and tells her how much the baby likes her. How is this different in comparison to what we read yesterday in the great part of the book? Ethan. Talk specifically about the cat. How is that part different?
Because the cat likes the girl more because she feeds the cat.
But in the last part of the book, what did they say the cat? Who did the cat like better?
The boy.
The boy, because he slept on her bed, right? And all the time the baby's sleeping in my dresser drawer, which Mom has fixed up like a bed for when the baby comes to visit, and I'm not even supposed to touch him, even if he's in my drawer and gets changed on my bed. Does anyone have a personal connection to this one? Maybe you have a little brother that takes up all your mommy and daddy's time. Ashley, you have a connection?
I'm the youngest of the family, but I don't feel like I get most of the love. I feel like my older brother.
Really?
I feel like I'm the pain.
The pain? Good. My sister thinks she's so great just because she can remember phone numbers. And when she dials them, she never gets the wrong person. And my thick question for this page was, why can't he touch the baby? Make an inference. Why does the aunt not want him touching the baby or the mom not want him to touch the baby, Samson?
Probably he would drop the baby if he picks him up because I have a connection to this. One time when I was littler than this, and I had a baby cousin. She wasn't like little baby, so I picked her up and then I dropped her, but she landed on her feet. So.
Oh, okay. And when friends are over, they build whole cities out of blocks. I like to build garbage men and zoom my trucks all around. So what if I knock down some of the buildings? It's not fair that she always gets to use the blocks. I told Daddy and Mom, They said, "You're right. Today you can use blocks all by yourself." "I'm going to build a whole city without you," I told the great one. "Go ahead," she said. Go build a whole state without me. See if I care." So I built a whole country all by myself. Only it's not the funniest thing to play blocks alone, because when I zoomed my trucks all around, nobody cared but me. "Remember that tomorrow," Mom said, when I told her I was done playing with the blocks. But the next day we went swimming. I can't stand my sister when we go swimming. She thinks she's so great just because she can swim and dive and isn't afraid to put her face in the water. I'm scared to put mine in, so she calls me a baby, which is why I have to spit water at her and pull her hair. And sometimes I even pinch her. You have a connection to that? You ever been pinched or pulled your hair from your little brother? Yeah? Connection? I'll take questions in just a second. And I don't think it's fair for Daddy and Mom to yell at me because none of it's my own fault. But they yell at me anyway. Then Mom hugs my sister and messes with her hair and does other disgusting things like that. And Daddy says the great one is just what they wanted. Yuck. I think they love her better than me. In comparison to the other story. How did they end the last story?
Same thing.
Same thing. The sister thought that they loved the brother better than her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all excited to hear about your thick and thin questions, but before we do, I want to show you, I know we went over some of them, but I want to show you my thick and thin questions when I was reading the book. So somebody read for me this thin question, right? Kaya.
Why are the mom and dad yelling at the brother at the pool?
So why are the mom and dad yelling at the brother at the pool? Answer?
Because he pulled his sister's hair, pinches her, and
Spits
yeah, and spit water at her.
Good, and that's a thin question because that was something that we read right out of the text, right? We could see the pictures and it told us that in the text. So since we already talked about a lot of these, I want to move on to our thick questions because these are the questions that help us to make better annotations and deeper in the text. So I want to focus on those. Why has no one heard the Little Brother songs? Make an inference, Ashley.
Because he probably makes them up or just thinks of random words just to put together.
Or maybe no one cared enough about him to share his songs, right, Sophia? Did you have something you wanted to add? That's the same thing? Okay. Why is the brother not allowed to hold a baby? We'll skip that one because we already did that one. And I wondered why the brother feels like his mom and dad love his sister more than him. Make an inference. Why do you think that? Ashley.
I think he feels like they love her more because she gets more advantage to his point of view, and really it just looks like she gets treated more with more love and stuff, even though either way.
But in the last book it was flipped, right? In comparison to this one, the brother felt like the sister got more attention and more love, right? Alright, so I want to hear what you said. I hope that you used your sentence stems if you got stuck and didn't know what to say. But if you didn't and you want to go ahead and write them down now really quickly, you can. Here's also a reference for you to go back and look at your thick and thin questions. I want to hear a little bit from both sides. So Caleb, do you want to share one with me?
Can I do thick? Can I do thick, please?
Sure, thick.
What are the songs, the brother songs, and who does the cat like the most?
Very good. Caleb said, what are the brothers' songs and who does the cat like the most? The cat likes the most
That
is
was
your
supposed to be thick.
thin question. Oh, sorry. Thick question. Okay, but your second question was thin, right? About the cat?
Yeah, but how do we know who he likes more?
Because
But it told us in the text that the cat liked her more because she fed him, right?
Yeah, but
But
it
in
says
the other
that
one-
in the other one.
But if we're comparing to the other book, that could have been a thick question.
Yeah.
All right, Kai, let me hear what you said. Is this a thick or thin?
Thick.
Thin.
Why is he the? Why is she the great one?
Why is she the great one? Okay, do we agree that that's a thin question? I kind of maybe think that that's a thick question. Because if we're comparing the two books, then we don't really know who's the great one. Because maybe we need to hear it from the mom and dad's point of view, right?
Yeah.
They might tell us who the real great one is. Samson, can you give me a thin question?
Why is he so jealous of his sister?
Why is he so jealous of his sister? Good. However, could that be a thin question?
yes, because
If we were talking about the first book. Because she gets a lot of the attention. But for the purposes of this book, I'm going to say that's a thin question. Because really, we're not supposed to have known what happened in the last book, right? We're only talking about this story. So good. Ashley, can I have one more thing question?
I had two on that, but I put why do mom and dad think she is smarter? And I also put how do they feel about each other?
So that was the thick or thin?
Thin.
Thin. Very good. All right. So we are out of time for Rita's workshop because I want to move into book club so you guys can have some time to practice this in your annotations. While you're making your annotations today, please remember your sentence stems and please remember to use those thick questions so when we come back together, we can have more meaningful conversations in our book club. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone feel good?
Yes.
Yes? All right, can I get a thumbs up? All right, good job. Thanks, guys.